Hey guys, welcome back to Atlas Expeditions. That is the new channel name. Today we have our first sponsored video for Atlas Expeditions, and that is sponsored by WRAPLANDER. This is essentially a vinyl kit they provide where you can do a DIY topographical map look on your Jeep. I've already started a little bit. You guys might not be able to see it that great, but I have a little bit down here already. That is a flat black look that I'm going for because I want it to be a little incognito, but I also want you to be able to see it. I've got some more stickers up front that are also kind of black topography on there, so this will kind of blend the whole Jeep together. The biggest issue with this, in my opinion, is that you have to kind of think of your own design and make it look good. So if you're not super creative, this could be a pain for you. I don't think I'm super creative, so I'm trying to figure it out and make it look right, but if I can do it, you guys can probably do it too. WRAPLANDER does include instructions that tell you how to put this kit on, and they have a QR code right here that also takes you to a video. It's a very short, quick, basic video on how to install this. And then on the back of the instructions, they even have a few pictures to give you some ideas. So this is what their kit looks like. It is a series of different length lines and different size circles that you can use in any fashion that you think looks good on the Jeep. So far, this seems pretty forgiving, which is great because I've already had to peel a few off and kind of change how I'm angling stuff to make it look right, and it's restuck no problem. At the end of this, you do go over it with a heat gun to really get the adhesive to stick to the Jeep. So I think until you do that, you're in pretty good shape to readjust the lines. Another thing to mention is I think this kit was around 150 bucks. I'll put that price down below, but they do also offer little expansion kits. So if you don't think you need a full kit to finish your Jeep, you can buy just a few vinyl line kits to go on here so you can get the final look you want. So the first major step you need to do, other than kind of thinking of what design you want on the Jeep, is to wipe everything down and get it nice and clean with an 80-20% water to isopropyl alcohol mixture. That way it dries really quick, gets any oils and greases off there and any dirt. Now you're not going to see me do that because I've already done it, obviously because I've already started. However, just go ahead and wipe that down, use a microfiber cloth, get all the dust and stuff off there, and then I'm going to go ahead and get back to this and I'll set you guys up over there. So while I was just doing that line, a few tips I thought of to tell you guys is one thing that I did was take a picture of the whole side profile of my Jeep, and then I have a Galaxy Note, so I have a little stylus and I can do screenwriting. You could also do it on like Microsoft Paint or whatever you have available that where you can write with on top of a picture. And if I can show you this, I basically drew out the rough idea, or at least a few ideas of the topography and the lines I wanted to put on there. So this gives me kind of a template to follow. Another thing is just a little X-Acto knife like this is what I'm using to cut it, and just waiting until I get up to a top and running it across the plastic and then just cutting it in between so I can tuck it in. Around the sides here, you kind of have room with this weather stripping to work it in behind a little bit, and then also work it in the sides. On the doors, where you're going across the cracks or openings in the door, just run it across like you would, and then just cut it a little bit in the middle and fold each side in, and it gives it that perfect line. Over here, I just kind of had to keep lining it up roughly and make it look straight. I couldn't just run it straight across there. Well, that's not true. I guess I could, but then I wouldn't really probably have enough to tuck it back all the way to hide it. So I just did these in two separate strips and just kind of eyeballed it. So I'm gonna get back to work on this side and hopefully get it finished. If I think of any tips while I'm doing that, I'll drop them in the video. Otherwise, I'll get back with you guys when this side is done, and hopefully it looks good. All right, we're back with another random tip. When you're using the straight lines and you're trying to make tight little turns like this, the best way I've found to do it is to take my thumb and to kind of walk it like this when I'm going around. So I kind of hold the slack in the direction I need to go, and then I just have to walk my thumb so it lays down level without really pinching and putting bubbles in it. I just want to give you guys that quick little tip to help you hopefully get this on pretty easy. It is a slow and tedious process though. It's not a lot of fun. That's why I'm not filming a whole lot, because it's pretty boring, and listening to music in the background keeps me from running out in the middle of the street. I've been at this for hours now. I've finally finished the passenger side, and I've got a little bit of the tailgate done, about half. Here's what I've come up with for the passenger side. Hopefully you guys can see it okay. And I'll wrap you around the tailgate here. I guess I'll get back to this. It's a lot of fun. I haven't eaten yet. I want to go eat. It's like 3:42 in the afternoon. All right, yeah, I'll get back to it. But before I do, I wouldn't be a YouTuber if I did not ask you guys to like the video, comment down below, tell me what you think of this do-it-yourself topography kit. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I have cool stuff like this other Jeep I'm working on. I've got the Gladiator, I've got the TJ, got the TJ over there. I off-road, I do trips out west, do a few DIY videos and stuff like this, reviews. So I've got a little bit of everything if you're into Jeeps or off-roading, I guess. Mostly Jeeps though. But yeah, thanks guys. Back to it. This has taken me all day. It is now 6:53. I've not eaten. I ordered a pizza finally and it just got here. I've had like 2 bites. I'm starving. I still have to go over this with a heat gun. I had another little tip for you that I didn't realize when I started, but hopefully you guys will watch this before you try. Not only are they different lengths, there's a couple here that are thicker than these are. So I wasn't aware there were different thicknesses. So if you look at this, this is all I've used. I still have a good amount. I used more of the circles than I thought I would. I could have used 1 or 2 more small ones. But yeah, it's no longer daylight. I mean, it's daylight out, but it's about to be sunset, so I don't have like nice sunshine hitting the car at any angle to show you this. So I'll have to pop back tomorrow and do the rest of this video so you guys can see it in the light. Starving to death, sorry. But the topography kit, for the price, it's not super expensive. It goes a very long way. It's all custom because you have to make up the pattern, which is a little pain. Like I said, it did take me, I don't know, 7, 8 hours out here, mostly out here with a few breaks. But your Jeep won't look like any other Jeep this way. And I don't know, it's a really cheap way to do it, especially if you go off-roading in a lot of brush and stuff. You don't want to pay lots of money for a paint job or wrap that's just going to get all scratched up. Or maybe you do, I don't. I wanted a little topography look without doing a full wrap. And I think this really hits the mark for people like me who just want to kind of add a little flair to their Jeep and not spend thousands and thousands of dollars to do it. So for the price, I definitely recommend this if you are interested in doing this. It wasn't that hard. Like I said, I still have to hit it with a heat gun. I'll show a little bit of that, but basically I'm just going to go over all of it and warm it up with the heat gun so it kind of activates the adhesive more and really sticks it to the Jeep. The instructions say you can use a heat gun, which I have here, or a hair dryer. Heat gun is probably better because it'll get hotter. You don't want to go max heat on this, or at least not max heat in one spot for too long, because you don't want to burn up your clear coat or bubble your paint or anything like that. It also says to pay special attention to the edges, which I've got a million edges, so I assume it really wants you to kind of heat and get those edges adhered, because that's most likely where it would start to peel from. So I'm not going to show you guys too much of this because it's going to be extremely tedious, but this is basically all you're going to want to do is run it over each individual strip, and then on the edges, pay special attention to the edges and really heat those up. That way they are super stuck. So I'm going to spend the rest of my night finishing this up. I'll see you guys tomorrow in the daylight. All right, I'm back with you. It's 8:30 in the morning. It took me until after 8:30 last night to heat gun all of that on there, so hopefully it sticks great. I'll give you a look at the Jeep. So this side's still in the shadow. It's a little hard to see, but subtle was what I was going for anyway. You can see it better in person than on the camera. But yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I'll take you around to the lit up driver's side. You can see the topography on the hood. In the daylight now, it catches the light at different angles. Same thing for the fenders. And then, there you go. Try not to get my shadow in it. I think it came out pretty good. I like it. There's some things I would have done a little bit different, or if I had a few more smaller circles, I would have put those in a few other places, make it pop, but I can always get that little kit for extra lines or circles. I really like how it tied together with the tailgate. The tailgate I just totally free-handed because I wanted to see how the sides would work out, and it actually came out pretty good. It's really hard for you guys to see. I don't like to brag. I did a really good job where it terminates with the letters and then comes back out. I took a lot of time with this, maybe a little too much time. So all of this, and down here, it's hard for you to see, comes back around over here, all ties together. Sorry if you guys can't see it that great. It's just one of those things that's a little hard to pick up on this camera. It does look pretty good in person, I think. It came out pretty much exactly like I wanted. It's definitely visible, but it doesn't pop, so you won't really notice it from far away or in the right lighting. So yeah, I don't know, I really like it. I want to thank WRAPLANDER for sending this to me. I'll link them down below so you guys can also go grab one if you're interested in this. I do recommend it. I'll let you know later on about longevity. I think they said it should hold up for years, no problem. So hopefully it does, because I spent a lot of time. I want it to stay on there. Yeah, I guess thanks for watching, guys. Again, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.